Hello, all. This is Dr. Dave Maslach talking to you about reciprocity.com. The E is written with a 3. And in this particular video, I'm going to talk to you about what happens when you cheat on an exam. So if you don't know me, I am an associate professor of innovation strategy and entrepreneurship. And I created this whole reciprocity project to give back as much as I possibly can. There were so many people that helped me out that I wanted to pay the favor forward to help you out. So we created this sharing economy editing platform. Please do go and purchase some credits. It does help out with the whole project. And as well as I do all these YouTube videos to help you out make all these kind of interesting decisions that we all have to do throughout our life. So what happens when you cheat on an exam? And this is all speaking from experience. You know, I'm just like a normal human being. And so here is the brutal answer. Absolutely nothing is going to happen to you. Probably you're likely to get away with cheating. You know, many students actually go ahead and cheat. You know, you're probably going to do everything right. Nobody's ever going to notice that thing. So I remember when I was in grade 5 or grade 4, I cheated on an exam and I looked on somebody else's test and I thought I was doing really well. I thought I got the grade that I wanted to get. And, you know, I did do really well with that test. And it did really help with my self-esteem and things like that. And, you know, I did become very successful, and I'm going to admit that. I am very successful. I'm a university professor. I went to some of the best schools in Canada, in engineering schools and business schools. And then I went on and got a job living the dream. I have a beautiful house. I have, you know, a beautiful wife. I've got a couple of kids, a couple of dogs, a nice cat. I make a fairly decent wage that everybody would be proud about. Many people are very proud of me. By all means, I would consider myself, if you saw me, or you would consider me a success. And you will feel this way as well. And you will probably, all these experiences will happen to you. You're likely to be part of society and nobody else will know anything about your cheating. You will carry on a normal job and you will be absolutely normal, except you will know that you cheated. I know that I cheated on that test. I will forever, ever question my abilities about whether I am a fraud. I constantly feel that I am not smart enough. I think everybody else is better than me because, frankly, I cheated. I don't feel proud about anything that I did at that moment. And I know I was a kid. I was like 10 years old. And I was tempted because of the performance that I wanted to do really well and make my parents very proud. But I know that I cheated. I've lived years and years, and I will continue to live years and years and years. I'm now 40 years old, and I've lived years of feeling doubt and shame about my own abilities. So if you want to do that, and you want to feel this doubt and shame about your abilities and feeling like a fraud in the rest of society, please go on and cheat. I'd encourage you to actually go on and cheat. It's not a nice feeling to feel like that. Nobody else is going to feel like that except for you. And I can guarantee everybody else is looking around and saying, well, that's a successful person. Except for deep down inside, I know that I'm not because I cheated. So I want to leave you with this quote or this poem that somebody told me about. Ryan Kepis, you're a wonderful individual that I see at school. He's from one of my kids at school, and I work out with him. He's a wonderful person. So here's the poem. It's called The Guy in the Glass by Dale Wimbrow. All right, so here we go. I'm going to move this up so I can see it. So The Guy in the Glass. When you get what you want in your struggle for self, and the world makes you king for a day, just go to the mirror and look at yourself and see what that man has to say. For it isn't your father or mother or wife whose judgment upon you must pass. The fellow whose verdict counts most in your life is the one staring back from the glass. Here's the fellow to please, never mind all the rest. For he's with you clear to the end, and you've passed your most difficult, dangerous test. If the man in the glass is your friend, you may fool the whole world down the pathway of years and get pats on the back as you pass. But your final reward will be your heartache and tears if you cheated the man in the glass. All right, give me a thumbs up if you like this video. Take care and think about yourself going forward. It's a selfish decision not to cheat. Take care. Bye.